After we say the pledge, we're going to have prayer afterwards. I think most of you know we had a resident that was killed in the car, hit by a car on Salem Road a couple weeks ago. And they got 3 kids, they're a precious family. And we really need to lift them and ask God to comfort them, and also for the family, the one that hit them, we just want to pray for them and also live in the township. So I was with Julie yesterday, and she's got a lot on her plate. So I am so impressed by this community that has reached out to them by helping them and with funding and everything. It's just been a real blessing, and she sure appreciates it and feels the love and comfort from Salem Township. So, all right, let's say the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America.
Let's pray. Father, we are so grateful for your love to us. We thank you for our community. We ask you to be with Julie Spears and her family and her children. Father, we ask that you be close to them during this time. And we pray that you would give us as neighbors and friends to be ever watching over them, to help them, struggles that she will have as she moves forward. I just pray that we be a blessing to them and check on them and be friends and neighbors like so many of them have. And we just thank you for them. Father, we thank you for this great country. We're so thankful to be Americans. We see all the turmoil that goes on in our country. We're so blessed to live in Salem Township. We think of all these people that are here tonight, their families. We ask for special blessings on them, and their kids and their grandkids. Keep us close to you. We ask you for wisdom as we leave the township, that a lot of things are happening in our township, and pray that you give us and help us, guide us as we guide our town. Thank you for everything you do. Bless our meeting tonight. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right, welcome everybody. Make sure your mics are on so people can hear you. I don't know if you call this summer, spring, or what it is here, but it's not like where I was in the wintertime, so it's very cold. I have to wear a jacket, and it has to be heated right now. So, but anyway, glad to be back. Tonight, John Daniel is on a work assignment, so he's not with us tonight. And for a roll call vote, the agenda is before us. There's not much on here tonight, but any additions or deletions? I don't hear anybody, so the agenda stands as presented. So we're down to public comment. Who's going to be first?
I just thought we didn't have a contract with Boston County.
Yeah, we have until June 1st.
Oh, okay.
So that our new...
One sitting down there and 6 in Pontiac Trail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing them a lot more here lately. So, anyway, but anyway, you know, they're going to start June 1st, so we're excited to get that started. So, all right, anybody else? Dee?
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dee Davey. I'm a precinct delegate in Salem Township. My fellow precinct delegates who are normally here at this meeting couldn't make it tonight, so I'm holding up the fort. Remind you that every month, us precinct delegates invite our neighbors to get together to share information locally, nationally, and the world. We also have an attorney, Chris Darrow, who's been presenting each month a new Supreme Court case study, and it's really fascinating. So our next meeting is May 28th. We will be back at the Salem South Lyon Library. We meet at 6 o'clock. So come for snacks and chat, pledge in prayer, and then lots of good discussion. And I have a second announcement, and this is not such good news. There are some bills going through our House of Representatives this week, probably Thursday, and I might roll over to next week, but probably this Thursday. And it's going to affect our local community's right to set zoning. Basically, there's a raft of bills, 8 bills, and the kind of crux of it is, it's going to force local government to allow mobile homes in any residential neighborhood. Eliminate setbacks so your neighbors can build right up to your property line. Mandate houses as small as 500 square feet be permitted to be built anywhere. And overrule lot requirements to allow lots as small as 1,500 square feet anywhere public water and sewer are used. Okay, so that's not such good news. The good news is we all can do something about it. We can contact our representatives and voice our opinion. There's an easy to click button to do that, but I can't give you an easy to click button on a piece of paper. So I've left my business cards at the back of the room, D. Davy. Take a business card, send me your email address tonight. I will send you the document that gives you all of the information about the bills and an opportunity to contact your representative really easily if you push a button and fill in your name. So, business cards at the back, send me an email tonight, let your voice be heard. Yes, Paul?
Will you be sending it to all those of us that you already have our email address?
I am so swamped. I'm like 14 projects behind at the moment, and this hit my desk yesterday. So, no. So I need your help to tell me if you want me to send you a link, and I will with pleasure. Okay.
Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that. All right, who's going to be next? Okay, if not, okay, we will move on to the consent agenda. Clerk Wensley.
All right. I move that Salem Township approve the following consent agenda items. We have the minutes of our last month's meeting, April 14th, of the Board of Trustees. Then we have disbursements from the month of April out of the general fund of $123,971.24. There's a payroll of $53,494.81. The escrow fund, $21,498. Sewer fund, $11,408.05. The MEDC water fund, $4,036.14. And the MEDC fund, which is the general MEDC fund, is $129,769.21. Then we have invoices for the month of May that we will be paying out of the general fund of $102,746.09. The escrow fund, $15,273.25. Sewer fund, $12,602.59. Water fund, $5,322.14. And lastly, the MEDC fund, $129,769.21. So do we have a motion on all these? A second, I'm sorry.
I'll second. Okay, Bruce, seconds. Any other discussion, board members? If not, yes.
Just one quick question. The bill for Northfield Township for police services, I know we had committed to paying some preliminary costs. Can you refresh my memory on what that might be since they're not coming on board?
Yeah, so a lot of the payments there, I think, what was it, 19,000 or something like, a lot of the training for the 2 deputies. Also the car, the car, we purchased the car. That's part of the expenses. What?
Uniforms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions on the consent agenda? Okay, if not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is passed. All right, down real quick to our roads, I believe is our next project. We did talk a little bit about it last month. So we kind of tabled it or postponed it until tonight. So what's on the board members, I know Bruce has been driving around. I drove a little bit when I got back in town, and what we have decided, there's a number of roads in the hamlet that we, since this new project that is, believe it or not, hopefully winding down here, that the roads that are on the back, especially the ones that are north of 6 Mile, will all be added gravel, berming, getting it to the new drains that are in the hamlet here over to the retention area. So that is the roads that are listed on the in the board packet. Their totals like $180,000. So I'd recommend that we take care of all them roads. And then one other road that is considered that I would think that we should consider doing would be the 5 Mile road between Chubb and Salem Road. A lot of traffic's on there. That is for the drainage improvement, the forestry, heavy brushing and shaping the road. $186,000 for that project. Unless you have some other ones that we know we should put, I think I did speak last month about our the calcium chloride that we finally got the county to allow us to use on the heavy travel dirt roads, which will make a big improvement for especially 5 Mile, Salem Road, Chubb, where heavy traffic always is. So glad that they finally helped us out. That's been a big fight for years, especially the people that live on there, correct? I mean, you can't hardly walk down it, it's so dusty, so they are going to do that this year.
Gary,
Yes,
is there any way you could get them to do Tower Road between 7 and 8
that's one of
Mile?
them, yeah. That's a
Okay,
heavy
great.
travel too. So we will do that. So them are the roads, unless you have any other, I propose that we do them roads. I also need to make a motion here. I move that Salem Township approve the agreement for Washtenaw County Road Commission to provide local road maintenance in the township as described in the attached agreement for the amount, whatever we're doing, and to accept the Washtenaw County Road matching funds of $149,000. That's what it is this year. $149,110. So I make a motion that we approve that. Maybe you have a second on it?
I'll second it.
Yes, Mr. Trent?
The roads that you mentioned, Mr. Supervisor, are you proposing that we not do Tower between Territorial and
Right. So our joining communities have not put any money into them. So that's the one that you see on there for Dixboro also. We are making some good strides. I think Northfield Township will help us with that project next year, and we'll partner with them. The other ones, which Superior Township has not put any funding towards their roads, which if they decide to divvy up, we'll be glad to partner with them. But as far, I don't know, Bruce has been down there, I did fail to mention about the limestone.
Oh.
We do want to include the limestone, I forget how many ton it was last year. Does anybody remember?
I think it was about 40 tons that we
Yeah.
pumped it up.
Yeah, so we want to include more limestone, of course, to add to roads. That one road there from Territorial there could use more limestone, but not necessarily the berming. I don't think the drainage there. But anyway.
Yeah, I agree, we should have some limestone. in
Yeah,
our hip
yeah,
pocket for
we always need that. We can always use that. So if you can include that in this project. Sure.
Just a question, so we're doing all of them except 2 of them?
And we're not doing Howard, we're not doing Dixboro.
Okay, so then the amount is, I just wrote it, 309?
Yeah, 309,000?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah,
Okay,
Plus limestone.
plus
the limestone.
And the matching funds is part of the
149.
picture, even though we're reducing the proposed cut.
Right, I'm not sure exactly what that amount's gonna be, but I know they'll do it proportionally.
If we need to spend more money to get more money,
Yeah.
that's the maximum we can get from those 149, 110, from the county match funds. And if we need to spend a little bit more to get there, which I don't think we will, I think that limestone will put us where we need to be, and roads, just doing all the roads in the hamlet. I think we're gonna get all that 149, but we will not leave any money on the table.
Try not to.
Try not to.
He's just a spender.
Value, something for them.
All right, so we have a second?
Yep.
Reggie?
Yes.
All right, any other questions? Any comments? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, there's our road projects for the year. All right, look at that, we're already done. Reports, Chief Rockwell.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just briefly, in our monthly report, we've had a number of calls for covering Superior Fire Department while they've been out on structure fires, so you'll see 7 mutual aids out there. You already have made note of the significant fatal accident we had in Salem. The other thing that's significant to report is Northfield Fire Department, Police Department did an exercise out at Whitmore Lake Preserve. We did a wide area search where we used ATVs, ground forces, drones to look for missing people within the woods. So this was a practice exercise. We brought a number of departments together. We had mannequins strewn throughout, I think it's 340 acres of property out there in that wooded space. And the mission was to go find them, and then they had simulated injuries, and then they had to pick them up with the ATVs, which again, our ATV has that capability to bring them out of the woods and treat them as they're being moved out of the woods. So it was a good exercise. Ann Arbor Township, Northfield, a number of departments participated, both police and fire, just as a practice exercise for finding missing folks. So good exercise there. That's all I got.
Thank you, Chief. All right, well, what else do we have tonight? Okay, go ahead, Ms.
So, today we had a clerk's meeting in Washtenaw County, getting some containers approved for the next election. As you know, there's 2 elections this year, August and November. The county clerk was talking to us about that there are, almost like he was saying, expect there to be a lot more issues from out of the country, basically bomb threats. And they're using AI now, and so several cities around the country have had like 20 bomb threat calls all through AI for precinct locations. And so we have to kind of gear up for those kinds of things. I guess certain countries of the world are sending all these, even though they're false, it could clear out a precinct and then it could affect the elections. So we have to, we're going to be going through some more training like that. So just wanted to keep everybody up to date on the elections and the processes that we'll be going through. Maybe a little bit stricter this year than in other years, but we'll see.
I thought AI was supposed to be a big boon for us, to help us.
I know it, but other people use it for nefarious reasons, and
It's like anything else, right?
Hopefully it's not a fake boom.
right.
I didn't say boom, I said boon, but, excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Just some updates on the project out here. So they were supposed to be meeting today to let us know about the repaving of the road. They're going to mill the whole road and get a crew in here to get this done. So we're hoping it's going to be done by next week. I know we got Eric is a great neighbor. Eric, raise your hand on the back. I don't mean to embarrass him, but great patient neighbor over there, lives close to the road, and I feel for him. He's a great guy, and I really appreciate his patience. We got some really great people on this road here, and they've been put up with a lot of stuff here. The project that we thought would be done in, November, the winter hit quick, and we were kind of fell behind there. So we're anxious to get this done, get our street lights up, and I don't know if you've seen them, but you can see a couple of them that are up, and bricking should be in, and hopefully we'll get this done by Flag Day, which is right around the corner. So does that mean we'll meet before Flag Day? I don't even remember what the exact, is it the 8th of June?
6.
The 6th of June. So I'll see you, after this meeting, we'll see you at Flag Day on the 6th. So remember how that's all gonna be different this year. It's gonna be families, starting at 6 o'clock, the parade starts. It's the best fireworks display that you will ever see. I don't care where you go. Remember the racetrack on Plymouth, the DRC, remember? And I know all of you are younger, you don't remember that, but that's where we used to watch them, but. So, it's better here at Salem to see the fireworks here, and they got such a great crew of people working on the Flag Day committee, so this is going to be really good for Salem Township. We're doing enough different this year to celebrate our 250 year of America, so we're excited for that. Anything, Linda, that we need to add for Flag Day that you need, or anything we can do to help?
I think we're as good as we can be right now.
Okay. So, anyway, we're excited about that, and the road project, I said a couple weeks. Anything else you want to talk about the roads? You think we're good? I mean, the street project, I think we're...
No, just trying to get everything finished up and.
Yeah. All right, and then, speaking of the USD, give you a little bit update on that. As I told you, MI Homes is the developer that's going to be doing our first big subdivision, which is between Goverson Road and Napier, between Joy and south of them 14. Anyway, we're still waiting for them to come in with their final site plan. They first presented when they had a meeting with me, showed me like 3 different homes that they were planning on building. I said, I think them are really ugly homes. Go back to the drawing board. And of course I said, I would rather like them to have them look like the country, maybe a farmhouses, whatever. So, and anyway, they put up some really nice homes that I have seen. So hopefully it's going to be better than the first 3 they showed us. So. But anyway, a lot of changes are coming. We just need to be praying and working with our neighbors how this is going to change. But hopefully it could be a change in a good way by working with our residents and working with everybody who's involved in developing that interchange over there. So,
Gary,
yes.
all those fire hydrants that are out
Yeah.
there along Conference and that, is there any way to get them active? They're not reliant on the sewer.
Right. We're not hooked to the GLW, the Great Lakes Water Authority there. That's the booster station there. So everything is there ready to connect. The problem is when we do connect, then there's going to be some big bills that we're going to have to start paying. So if we could raise your taxes, because I know you work for 4, you got to. I know how much money you got. So if we can, if you can help us, we'll hook it up. If you just pay the water bill until we get everything connected. And thanks, Jim.
I live in Salem because I didn't want to.
You're a great guy. Thank you. So, but that's kind of what the issue is that, you know, we're gonna have to create this, SADs and that, you know, to pay back. Our biggest problem with I was with our attorney this week with the developer. And, you know, the problem is gonna be, it's coming up to we're thinking it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be roughly probably about 25 to $30 million more. You know, we've got $35 million of grant money that has been spent that's into the ground. I think we still have a few, like 14 million or something left, but the pipe is gonna go 11 miles, which is a long way.
Oh, sure.
And so the cost of that, so the problem is gonna come in, if they don't find more grant money and other things, is that they're putting the pressure on us that because of the infrastructure being in the ground to bond that. And we just basically have told them that we're not at the point at any time that we really want to take a risk of, you know, if something goes south or development doesn't happen, then it falls back on the taxpayers to pay this back. And again, we're in such great shape. We're a blessed community because of what we have and being conservative, and you know, so we don't have to worry about that because we don't need development. But again, you know how it goes, people buy the property to development. We just want it to be developed the right way, and they need to put the money up to make sure that we're going to be guaranteed.
Problem with Showstack.
Yeah, well,
He keeps falling back on us to start.
no,
taking
look,
it.
again, they have done what we've asked them to do, and, you know, and they know what they have to do, so they're coming up with some way of figuring out how they're gonna guarantee us, and we're willing to listen. They said our attorney didn't have an open mind. They said I didn't have an open mind, that's what they said. And so I didn't appreciate that, but we will sure listen to anything that they have. But we don't want to take the risk, and I think we've been saying that for years here, so. Anyway, that's kind of what's coming down the pipeline. Anybody want, anything we can answer on what's happening? Yes?
You're speaking of roads, and I've forgotten, who is responsible for the crater at 5 Mile and Napier?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Dave's not here tonight, so. Yeah, so, you know, they bond, the landfill does bond that going through there, but it's Wayne County, but Wayne County's just kind of left it up to anybody who fills it. And the landfill has done it a few times, but it's horrible, so, yes.
How about 6 Mile west of Napier Road?
Right.
It's practically undrivable.
Right, and that's another thing that they're not gonna fix. You know, they're put any funding in it, it's a major road that the county's responsible for, but because of the landfill and because of the, you know, the expansion and everything they're talking about, they certainly are not gonna fix that right now. So fortunately, we did, you know, figure out how to pave, you know, Chubb Road up to 5 Mile to make that a route, which is really held up. I don't know if you paid attention to that road, but with all the trucks on it there, it's been a great road. So anybody who's going down 6 Mile or going down 6 Mile to Napier, I don't know why you would do it. Someone sent me an email thinking it's dirty. It's and then if you know, when it's, you know, it's late at night, it's, you know, you can't see, you know, going down there, the lines or nothing. So the county's aware of it. They know, you know, we keep saying, you know, why don't you fix it? You know, you put funding in all the other roads, but they're not willing to do that. And then right at that intersection is really Wayne County's responsibility, not Washington.
Really?
So, yeah. So they go all the way up from 8 Mile to the intersection there, and then well, I'm sorry, it goes all the way to 5 Mile, and then Washtenaw picks up going towards Territorial all the way to Ann Arbor Road or Plymouth Road. So that's how that works. All right, anything else? Yes, Steve?
Just a final reminder as public comment, We've got 8 House bills coming up this Thursday that are going to affect local zoning and might impact our community. If you want to voice your opinion, grab one of my business cards, send me an email tonight, and I will send you the information and where and how you can have your voice heard. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else, public comment before, try to be 7:30, just a half-hour meeting, you know? It's not our record yet. So. Yes.
On Tower Road, I live on Tower, just up between 7 and 8, and I'm in the second house on the west, up towards 8 Mile. My backyard is the drain for the entire area before it hits that swamp. And I've laid down a railroad tie barrier to keep the water in the road moving down. And I know we were talking about drainage and roads. And anyway, I saved a video from last year in July. We had a real heavy rain. And it turned out my neighbor's driveway and it put a river right into my backyard, and it got this deep. And it's gonna flood me out one of these days with a big rain, especially if I had to move my railroad ties. And so I'm wondering, my plan is I'm gonna try to build up my property so that it just moves down the road. There's no drainage there, and the way they have it, there is no ditch on the low side of the road. So it all goes down to that swamp where you took the garbage out.
Yeah.
In that little stream there, that's
Yeah.
the low spot.
Right.
So as long as it stays on the road, it's good. But in one of those torrential rains, it turns into my property and floods me out. My neighbor, they built up, he appeared to be a swamp when they built it. And so they put a culvert, there's a little ditch in my backyard, and it goes culvert under the neighbors. It's all built up, so they're a little bit higher than me. So I got like the bathtub drain there. And I got pictures I can show you, but I need to do something. I'm gonna flood out.
It's Chris, right?
Yes.
Chris, let's get, you got my number.
Yeah.
Well, call me, let's get the foreman out there from the county. And Mike's a great guy, he's out here. So let's just talk about that. I think it's one of your other neighbors with a mailbox or something that I thought we solved one of the problems there at one time. But the problem is the road is built up too high, I think. And that's why what's happening.
It kind of just turns into my yard because I'm low. And the two houses there.
Give me a call tomorrow and we'll set up something. I'll get hold of Mike and we'll meet out there one day this week.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else? Okay, yes.
I'm sorry. Speaking of Tower Road, any more updates on the energy storage? I know there's been a few details.
So we have a public hearing Monday at the Planning Commission meeting on the battery storage. Key Captures the name of them. And this has been going on for a long time. And it's kind of one of them, I don't know how many years have we been dealing with this now? 2 years maybe, TJ? And, they came in, I actually was at that meeting, and they came in and basically said, if we don't get what we want, we just go to the state because the state has done by taking over any renewable energy. It takes it out of the township's hands. So they kind of threatened us on that part, and I just said, go ahead and threaten us because we can fight it. And we just want to make sure it's safe for the public. And meaning, my issue was the groundwater because everybody's on wells. Also, if there's a fire, we know there's no way of putting that out. And the chief has done a great job, putting other precautions out there if this decides to happen. The residents all know about it. We've been contacting them and even people who are more than 300 feet away from it. I want the people to be well aware of it, get their public opinion on it. So we're having this on Monday. And again, I think it's, the more I see about it now, I think, Bruce, you've seen it, a lot of the people saying, what's it going to do for the township for benefits? I look at that. I mean, there is a host agreement. They didn't offer us very much, but they did up the ante. So, but at the same time, we just want to make sure the public is safe. So they had a couple workshops here about it. So I don't know where we're going with it, but I just just so you know that that's coming up. And it'll be on Monday. And then the planning commission does pass it, it will come up to the board. Yes.
Just the LG plant over in Holland or someplace over there, it went up in flames, and it's one of the same things.
Yeah.
And it burned mercifully.
Well, the thing is, you just let it burn. I mean, there's nothing you can fight it with fire or anything. The only thing is you don't want it spreading, and then I think they decided to, how many gallon tank they have there with water?
So the concept would be that individual Connex boxes, and anything that starts in that Connex box, it would stay within that Connex box and would protect it so it didn't propagate across the whole 10 acres. Two scenarios. One box catches and the neighbors catch. So we wanted water to be able to cool the neighbors. And then secondly, obviously that's farmland, so we'd be worried about brush fire coming into the area. So we've asked for a 30,000 gallon tank be out there with water so that we have at least the ability to do an initial fire fighting suppression for those two instances, while our neighbors would come with tankers. So the concept would be, as Gary has alluded to, we would not be putting individual Connex out there. They're designed as packages, if you will. And the concept would be that package we would let that burn itself out or cool itself. It's all remotely controlled too. There's nobody on site.
I just want to make sure that there are case studies where they have caught on fire.
And I've looked at those nationally and internationally, so, and there's quite a bit of studies, and part of what you'll see in the public hearing is they did prepare a report on the hazard risk assessment. Stantec and I have submitted comments back to that report. I think noise is also in there, that was another concern. Those comments are obviously public, we're waiting feedback from our comments to their report, but they're required by law to submit at least a hazard risk analysis for them.
Thanks, Jim. Yes?
Gary, where is this located?
This is at almost at the corner. It's on a farm it's at Tower and Joy.
Tower and Joy.
There's a big substation there by DTE owns there, so it's going to be right across the street from it. That's where the proposed thing. Okay, is that Lisa Cap? Is that Lisa Cap, an old resident of Salem Township sitting in here? I mean, what? You're a Northville resident, Plymouth? I mean, are you kidding me? I don't mean to embarrass you. She's a sweet lady. Her family lived in Wellington for years, and it's so good to see you. And thanks for being here tonight. So, all right. Any other comments or anything? So once again, thank you for helping this family that has this tragedy of losing her husband and being hit by a car on Salem Road. And again, it's so impressive of how our communities come together. And I just pray that all of us check with the township. She's got 3 teenagers, and I said, we're going to give you as much employment and have them work at the whatever. Just people are pulling together, and this is what Salem Township is all about. And I appreciate our leadership up here, because that's the kind of community we want. Even though as it grows, we want to try to keep it that small town. So I really appreciate everybody being concerned and praying for that family. So, all right, if not, I think we're dismissed then. We're adjourned. Thank you and have a good night. There's plenty of food. Please stay around. Somebody came in tonight and said, we just think you just do this for Christmas. Every one of our meetings, we have all this food, so please. And Bruce Reeves paid for it.
Really?